Part of our player profile now for the 2022 North Dakota Shrine Bowl. Joining us is a Fargo Davies Eagle. That is Dylan Feldner. And Dylan, first things first, 25th Street Showdown. You're going to be teammates now with some rivals from Shanley and some others across the FM Metro. How cool is that for guys that you normally compete against on Friday night? Now they're your teammates, at least for one game here before you head off to your next chapter in life.
Yeah, no, of course it's an honor getting to be selected to go play with the best of the best from the state. But yeah, you do make some rivals over the years, but you get to be friends with those guys too. So it'll be nice to play with them and team up against the West. We all hate the West a little more than each other. So yeah.
Dylan, for you specifically, is there a football memory that just stands out when you think of your time at Davies, or even before you were able to put on the Eagle emblem as a high schooler? Is there something prior to that, Dylan, that kind of stands out?
I think it's got to be our man-end game from last year. They beat us in the playoffs 2 years in a row on our home field, and we went out there on their homecoming and walked it off in overtime. So it was nice to get that revenge, and that also ended up being my last game in my high school career before I got hurt. So that just made it stand out even more in my mind.
What did you learn from the game of football? Obviously, you mentioned your injury a little bit there, but what were some things that you can take away from the football field that you could take to school or just everyday life?
Right. I think our coaches really drill in things like work ethic, leadership, accountability. Obviously your coaches, they make you better players, but beyond that, those are the things that you take with you after. And those are the things that I learned the most about over the years.
Is there something where if you could talk to a freshman now or an eighth grader that's going to be a freshman next year that's kind of starting their high school career a little bit, at least in terms of playing some varsity sports, what would be something or some advice that you would give them, Dylan?
Well, this might sound a little cliche, but just work hard, really. I mean, one thing Coach Wermeyer always told us was that no spot is ever given. You have to earn it. You have to prove you deserve to be on that field, in that position. And other than that, I just say don't take anything for granted, because time really does fly. It's not a lie. And, fall camps can be grueling sometimes, can be a bit of a grind. But, once you're done with high school, you'll be looking back and wishing you could be back there for one more of them. So just treat every rep like it's your last, because you never know when it could be.
Dylan, when you take a look at 3-4 months from now, what's the plans? What's the next step in life once you kind of put on that chin strap one more time in Mayville and that comes off? High school is officially done in terms of that point, right? It's one of the last final things for you with the Eagles. So what's the next step for Dylan?
This fall I'm gonna go to UND and I'm gonna study electrical and aerospace engineering.
Nice. Congratulations. I'm sure Grand Forks will be fortunate to have you. And was there a superstitious, did you have to listen to a song? Did you have a favorite type of meal or have to put your shoes on the right way? Were you any type of superstitious, Dylan?
Not really. I did have a pregame meal though. Got to go with Jimmy John's on that one.
Yeah.
Ultimate Porter is the way to go. Football and track, past couple of years, that's what I've gone to. Gives me some energy, but isn't too heavy. Any kind of sandwich really like that is best for me pregame, because I need a little bit of energy, but I don't want to be weighed down at all. So
no. So what was the sandwich again? What was the specific one?
Ultimate Porker.
Okay. What's all on that specific? If no one's heard of that sandwich before, just because maybe they can take it for their own stuff moving forward.
Just off the top of my head, we got ham, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and ranch. And provolone. That's what I got.
Nice. Okay, final thing here. You kind of mentioned it earlier. We'll bookend it with this. We were talking about playing with your rivals, but what does it mean to you, Dylan, ultimately to play in this game one more time and get to show off your talents across the state?
Right. More than just playing in the game, I think it's an honor for all of us to be able to give back to the community in the process. And, just to go out with the best players in the state one more time before we all go on our own paths, that's just a special feeling and something that I'll remember for a long time.
Perfect. Dylan, thanks so much for your time and best of luck in the Shrine Bowl.
Thank you.